Welcome back, my rogues. Today's question is if glitter is the herpes of the arts and crafts world. What are the herpes of other hobbies or recreational activities? Hope you enjoy, and check me out on Instagram. Those little styrofoam balls are the herpes of, well, everything ever. Guys who play guitar at parties are the herpes of the music world. Overly edited HDR photos are the herpes of the photography world. It seems like it's impossible for people to get out of that habit. Duckweed is the herpes of the aquarium world. It's a small floating plant that grows super fast, and if you leave a single piece it'll come back. As a chef, I can't stand anything non-edible used for plating up a dish. For example, a cinnamon sprig laid artfully over a dessert, edit him getting a bit of heat for calling it a sprig, which, I agree, is a dumb thing to call a stick. English is my mother tongue, but I haven't worked in an English language kitchen since moving abroad. In 2014, my food vocab has reverted to a childlike competency. Chefs, please stop Gordon Ramsaying my inbox. I play bass guitar, and although it is a fun and catchy bit to play, no one wants to hear you play nothing but the bass riff from Seven Nation Army for a fucking hour. Sand is the herpes of the beach, especially if you have small children. Herpes is the herpes of sex. Mosquitoes for all outdoor activities. Embroidery needlepoint leaves you with millions of tiny pieces of string everywhere. Carbon soot, the herpes of automotive work. Colored pencils with lead that breaks easily. Especially expensive. 7 per individual pencil. Colored pencils. Tinsel is herpes for Christmas trees and your entire house for years on end. In classical ballet, fuzz from pilling, pink tights. Guaranteed black fuzz from leotard or leg warmers. Black leotard, pink fuzz from sweater tights. Never gets off. Always in a contrasting color. If you're a home brewer, it's DME. Dry malt extract, get even the tiniest bit of moisture on it and it becomes stickier than Spider-Man. Jizz. Foam is the herpes of theater set building. More specifically, the dust it produces when you cut. Like glitter, it sticks to everything, especially hair and clothing. Unlike glitter, it looks like dandruff. Also, it off-gases some pretty nasty shit when you cut it, possibly including cyanide, if you get it hot enough. Also, it's terrible for the environment. Instagram filters for photography. Users, the herpes of software development. I feel like Twitter is the herpes of social media, just annoying and comes up when things are stressful. Nothing good comes out of Twitter. Fucking popcorn is the herpes of ceiling textures. Pins and fabric scraps are the herpes of the sewing world. My boyfriend often complains about how our floors are covered with little triangles of fabric. He lives in fear of stepping on a pin. Chalk, the herpes of the rock climbing world. Quibi commercials are the herpes of the TV commercial world. I see them all the time and they don't make me want to download their app and subscribe to their service because the commercials are seriously more obnoxious than if somebody fed speed to a couple of hyperactive puppies. If you play any wind instrument, you know that spit gets everywhere. Mint is the herpes of gardening. Angry eyes on Jeeps. Microscopic glass fragments from flint napping. That shit is dangerous. For cooking, flour, salt, onion skin, garlic skin, rice, you name it. I sweep my kitchen daily and it feels like they never truly leave. Sequins are the herpes of dance competitions. They're basically giant glitter, so they stick to the floor and get crammed into the corners of dance bags. I think poor art is the herpes of painting. Lint. Little pieces of straw are the herpes of owning any kind of barn animal. They get everywhere. Turf herds, those little asphalt pellets are the herpes of marching band. People who do not rear-act their weights are the herpes of the fitness world. Miniature painting. Look, I post this miniature I just painted and it's my first one ever painted. Disregard that I'm a professional painter. I paint miniatures in other games. Have an art degree and freelance in art commission as a living. This is my first miniature painted for this very specific game, then proceeds to be showered in praises and upvotes, as if nobody saw the elephant in the freaking room. We know this isn't really your first miniature. You just like the infinite attention. Tennis ball fuzz for tennis, little hairs everywhere. Antibiotics are the herpes of medicine, way too widely overused. Those little round studs in Lego. I don't know about other Lego builders, but seriously, those things get everywhere. Lord help you if you drop the box of studs when the cat is in the room. Sand is the herpes of the surf world. You could rinse me off with a fire hose and there would still be sand in my bed later that night. Sawdust for woodworkers. The box step is the herpes of every amateur dramatic group that does musical theatre. Sprinkles in the baking ice cream world. Dubstep and YouTuber intro music, especially streamer gaming channels. The grit from covering floral foam. The texture is god-awful and a real pain in the ass to get off your hands and wherever else it falls onto. Epic is the herpes of video gaming. JavaScript is the herpes of software engineering.
Hope you like this video. Stay frosty, my rebels.